All right, back. Just picked up the new K member from getting rewelded. As you can see, we did a significant amount of work restructuring this thing instead of having it drop down. Sorry about that. We ended up capping the ends. Jim did a beautiful job getting that all tacked in and sealed up nice. Still have the removable center section. And time to put that in. So, now you can see how I do it. All by myself. So, I'll move this a little bit closer. Try not to kick it too hard. Get a couple bolts ready, and I should probably drop this thing down a couple inches too. Make my life a whole lot easier. Here we go. Yeah, this gets a little tricky trying to do it by yourself, but it's not that hard. Fortunately, it's chromoly, so it's nice and light. And there's a couple attachment points on the back, so all I have to do is get one started, get the other one started, and then I can put the fronts in, which makes it really nice. There. Just need to get one started and it'll stay up enough to not cause any issues. Squared up. Steering shaft out of the way. Same deal. Get it up just enough to it'll hold itself up from the back side. In fact, let me get this a little bit closer here a minute. Show you what I did. So right back up in here, got one bolt just enough to hold it up. Got the other bolt right up there. And now we get to put those two in and those two in. Let's see if we can do something a little different with the camera stand. The interesting thing about these front bolts is there is a nut that's loose that kind of hangs out up the subframe. Set your brake. There. One started. Something's not lining up quite right. Get this in here a little bit closer. Ooh, yeah, that's a ways off. See if I can get that shoved over from the driver's side. Half inch. Maybe close. These things always fight so bad. I'm gonna get the little electric impact, see if we can at least zip it up in there far enough. Well, I think we're gonna have to loosen a couple of these guys up a little bit just to relieve a little stress there. All right, now I think we got enough wiggle room. Let's see if this thing goes this time. Oh. Yeah, that's money. It's just a nut on the top side that makes it a little challenging to get everything started and getting snugged up the right way. There we go. Now we can snug everything up. Come on. Everything's fighting me today. There we go. Bingo. That just leaves the last two little bolts in the back. Get this guy snugged up real quick. Since I'm here. A minute. Bingo. All right, now for the fun part. I'm gonna put the A-arms in. Sometimes that requires a little extra tapping because these are really tight. Let's see. In fact, we'll grab the little plastic hammer for a little tappa-tappa. Put a couple nuts on there loose, just enough to hold it. Spin the castle nut off this guy a minute, get it started. Ugh. Gotta set the brakes. There we go. These ball joint studs are so blasted long. Whew. They're so long that you have to, here, I'll just grab the camera. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the nut will interfere with the body here, so you have to get the stud just up above the level of the spindle, get the nut started, beat it up, tighten it up, beat it up, tighten it up, so you end up here, and that works. Got the same deal, pull the bolts out, stuff them in the pouch, so I've got them for easy access. Man, this is tight tolerance stuff. That should be pretty close. There's one. Oop, too far. And there's two. Get a couple nuts started just for safety. And there we go. Set the brakes. And then this is where it gets tricky because you kind of have to hold the wheel out. There. So it slid in. I got about 6 threads showing. Just enough to get this castle nut started. In fact, some of the flats on this nut are actually touching the bottom of the strut. It's that tight. Bring her up a little bit more. This one you just have to kind of go a couple threads at a time. That's a lot of work. All right. There. Good enough for now. I still need to get a couple more things figured out, but yeah, we are pretty much ready. Now you can pretty much ready to set the motor down. So if you remember from before, I had no room here. Now I've got almost 2 inches there. And we've got roughly 2 inches to drop the engine down, and probably 2.5. Yeah, roughly 2.5 to slide the whole works forward. So next step is to get something shimmed in here, and then we can take that bar off, set it down, loosen the transmission mounts, and slide the whole works ahead about 1.5 inches would be ideal. Front suspension, got to do a little clearancing yet so I can get the camber where it needs to be, because they're kicked out just a little bit because I went to shorter A-arms this time, just kind of suck them in a little bit better. So anyway, be back in a few.